Forgive me because it's my last day. So you have to forgive me.
Okay, Mom. Okay, Mom.
Bob, oh my god. Okay, what is the first sentence come to your mind when you say Thaheem?
Thaheem, full of life.
Thank you, Miss Louise. Miss Suzanne, she's
Yes,
my friend.
Bob.
She's
Hello, Bob.
She's adorable. And what is the first sentence come to your mind when we say thank you?
Treasure.
Seriously? Oh my god, I never knew that. Miss Sarah, here my boss, and she's saying, oh my god. So what is the sentence come to you when we say?
The story is about my life's emotional executions and motivations from mom that I never made. Yes, mom that I never made. My life was full of vulnerabilities. I failed medical school examination test and I passed my first degree in business finance and never got a job. I started teaching in a government-run school in a rural community school where there's nowhere to go. But I went to, that was the only job I had. Began with my MBA, but I left in the middle because America knew my work and I was selected in a fully funded scholarship to fly to California for a fellowship in business entrepreneurship from North Bay, California. Anybody from California here? Yay! Love California. So, I came to California, San Francisco, landed there with a lot of I was tired of long journey and special security checkups at the airport, and I thought, okay, my life is always in vulnerabilities again in the United States, but I was wrong. I met one of my coordinators. She taught me how to talk, how to read, how to eat, and how to prepare yourself and go back to Pakistan again. And I said, okay, crazy. I don't want to go to Pakistan again. And this continent was my life, and I thought I was a baby born in your continent, and I started walking here, talking here, learning here things, and one day you kicked me out from America and I went back to Pakistan again. But before going to Pakistan, I started working in these organizations. So these are the beautiful people. I have pictures. So all these women, and I was only boy. You can imagine how hard was it, right? All right, life ended. American dream ended. I graduated with these highest honor, and now the time to go back to Pakistan. But before leaving America, I got a message from Facebook, somebody stranger. A lovely woman wants to meet me and say thank you and sorry because I was leaving the United States of America, and she was inspired by my video that I posted on Facebook saying goodbye to my friends. So she wanted to know more about me and we became email friends. Returned to Pakistan, the nightmare began. First 2 months I dealt with reverse cultural shock, rejected from qualified jobs slowly and gradually. Became patient of anxiety and depression, returned to my previous job of teaching that I never wanted to do. I began with my MBA and completed my MBA in between of that anxiety phase. Life wasn't the same. I was half dead. So when I went back to that school, so these lovely faces, their school was not in good shape, and I granted some funding from the US Department of State to make their lives beautiful because I know I was in vulnerabilities, but becoming a teacher to them, why don't they, question mark, right? Why don't they survive being me, their teacher? So I used the resources. I did the school very good for them. So this is school from this to that. Now this enrollment begins. The students begin to come in my school. I was the super teacher teaching English, social study, mathematics, science from 1st grade to 5th grade, like super teacher, only 2 rooms for students for grade 1 to 5, right? So look at the beautiful faces. Now they're smiling because one girl wanted to be a doctor, another wanted to be a pilot, another wanted to be an engineer. Life was crazy for them. And they saw the dream with my own eyes, like my eyes, they saw the dream of their life. Alright, the government came after a few months and they demolished that school because they wanted to rebuild it, and from 2018 till now that school looks like this. That's the current photo. Life was always in vulnerabilities. Next day, the government wanted to cut off the teachers and I had this only job. I was hardly earning $200 for a month, and I ended up protesting against them at the road, and I was fainted because it was 42 degrees Celsius out. And I said, okay, I'm gonna die today, right? Protesting against it. Always in vulnerabilities. But what happened? No one really remembered me in the US, but that lovely lady, we have learned and shared our lives so much. So we became, she referred me as her son of the heart, son from another mother. She became my motivation doctor from 2016 till now. She motivated me to, come back to the United States, and the struggle begins in 2017. I applied for so many organizations to get a fully funded PhD scholarship, but I was failed, rejections. August 19, 2016, I got the first email from my mom from California. She said, I can't wait to receive your next chapter of your emotional execution. And mom, this is the next chapter of emotional execution right now, talking about you in the United States of America. Hey, crazy, right? Finally selected, but mom died. Wait, that's not my mom from California. That's my mom. She gave me a birth. She was from Pakistan, my real mom, Hamida. She wanted me to go back to America. She died because she has a chronic disease. My dad, she was always fighting with my dad. My dad is a physician. She said, Muhammad, why don't you give him money? Send him to the America. He wants to live in America. Why don't you give him money? And my dad said, okay, I'm going to give him money, but he doesn't want to go. And I always denied to dad because I don't want it to come again here and start the bachelor's degree, right? I knew my worth here. And I said, no more bachelor's degree working at the gas station. I want to be something else. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a professor. That's what I want. Selected. But after mom's death, on the same day when my mom died, I got the emails, these 3 emails. Selected at Ohio University with 50-50 scholarship from my country and from the Ohio University. University of New East, Turkey, Hamad bin Khalifa in Qatar, that's a university. All were fully funded. And the Ohio University's one the graduate assistant from Ohio University was lower than these other universities. But I selected Ohio University because I knew my worth in America. I knew myself becoming in America, I can do something that I want myself, for my life, for my family. So traveled to USA again last summer, made it to the Patton College and Winovich School of Leadership, Public Policy. I met with another family here, the Drozic family. They gave me their entire house to live and enjoy and see if I can live in Athens. Athens was so small, I was comparing with California. So don't give up, guys, on your goals until your waking hours look like your wildest dream. Never met with this lady physically. Mom, Lane Serini, and Dad, Daniel Serini from California. And here, this is Thaheem Ihsan signing off. Thank you.